started. Hi guys. Let's see. I feel like I say this all the time, but it's been a long time since I've done a video. I've been busy with work. I've had a lot of stuff going on. I've been posting on my blog, glitz&glam.tiff.com. Check that out. But I haven't really been doing videos. So today I'm doing a new one. Yay! This one is going to be about Runway. As most of you know, if you've been watching my channel or have checked out my blog, I am a model here in San Diego. So I do a lot of runway shows, photo shoots, and different things as a model. And I just want to give some tips and some tricks of my own because I love runway. Runway is my favorite thing to do as a model. I get booked for a lot of different shows here, and like a lot of people ask me to do their runway shows. And it's always been something that I've loved since I was really young. I would just like walk around in my heels and act like I was on a runway. And then one day, when I decided to be a model for real, my first big runway show was in LA. And I feel like it just kind of started to go from there. One thing that I do want to say for new models that are getting started, I know it's a scary thing. My first runway show, I still get really nervous, like regardless of done hundreds, but like now, but I know like the very first one, I was just like, oh my god, what do I do? And I know a lot of people feel that way and they're not really sure and not very confident, so just like, just take a deep breath before you walk on the runway and everything will be cool, I promise. You have to be confident, like you have to sell the garment that you are wearing, no matter if you think it's cute or not, because sometimes there has been stuff I'm just like, I don't really like this, but you know, you just gotta wear it. So yeah, some tips that I want to say for new models that have never done runway before, or if it's their first show or just anything like that, is take your time. It's not a race, it's called runway, but you don't need to run. There's no need to run on the runway. You walk, have a good pace, and just enjoy the moment. The moment is for you. Also, of course, you're showing off the designer, but at the same time, you're showing off yourself. You're kind of showing like people what you can do and what confidence you have in whatever you're wearing. Like I said, whether you think it's cute or not, you have to work it regardless. And that's another thing, be confident. Of course, you get nervous like right before you step onto that stage and onto that platform, but sometimes you got to fake the confidence and just suck it up, be like, I got this, and get going no matter how scared you are. And yeah, I know it's nerve-wracking. I personally have a dance background, so I'm used to being on stage. I know for a lot of people, they've never been on stage before if they've never like done anything in front of a big crowd of people. So it's nerve-wracking, trust me, I know. But at the same time, you have to kind of build that like self-esteem up and just think that this is for you and that you've got this and that you're gonna do great. Don't be scared, just work it. And that's another thing, have fun. Runway shows are fun. Like, there's a lot of shows are very serious depending on like what designer you are walking for, but at the same time, you still have to act like you are having fun. Like, don't look like that model that's like walking down the stage. Like, of course, if that's the look, then yeah, but at the same time, like, have fun, have energy in your walk, and sell the garment. That's what you're there for. You're there to sell the garment. Like I feel like a lot of models don't really realize that. It's like you're selling what you're wearing, and somebody's gonna either want that because they saw that you worked it well, or they're gonna be like, I'm not so sure if I really want that. I'm gonna have to try it on for myself. So, as a model, you're selling a garment. Believe it or not, you're selling it. So sell it well. And as far as walking, well, I will have some examples. I'm gonna put some stuff up. Like, practicing your walk is always important, especially like when you're first starting out, and if you're not comfortable in walking in heels or whatever it is, you kind of have to like figure that out for yourself before you can just go out there and do well on the runway, because it is nerve-wracking if you've never walked in heels before, if you're not comfortable in certain kind of shoes, and just anything like that. Like, you can tell when girls aren't comfortable. So you kind of have to just practice walking in heels wherever you are. It doesn't matter, like, if you're at work and there's a hallway, if you're at the mall, if you're in a store. I've done it before. I've like walked into stores and just kind of like walk around like I'm on a runway and practice, walk in the mall. It's for me, and it should be for you too if you really want to be a great runway model. So practice is important. And if you're not comfortable in certain kind of heels, or if you're not comfortable in a certain kind of height of heels, because I know like I love really, really high heels. And in some shows you might have to use different kinds of shoes, so, and not your own. So you have to be comfortable in walking in high heels, like really, really high heels, like this high. I might be over exaggerating, but there are some times where like they're really, really high. But yeah, so just be comfortable in heels. Like, learn to walk around just in a straight line in heels. And I feel like that's the first step to being able to be a great walker, is walking just straight. Everybody like tries to do all these fancy turns and stuff like that, but they don't have a great straightforward walk. Having a great straightforward walk will benefit you better, and then you'll be able to do turns and like tricks and stuff like that, and do like walk different ways and all of that stuff. So being confident and being okay with just walking in a straight line with one foot in front of the other, shoulders back, head up, and just go. I feel like that's a foundation of having a great walk. And I've learned from different coaches and stuff like that, and I've had people like personally coach me on walking, and I've kind of had a natural walk myself, but just getting tips from other people and learning from them is like how I've been able to perfect my walk. And I still feel like I'm still learning and I'm still working on my walk, no matter how good everybody thinks I am. But I love it, so it's what I like to do, and I try to practice and do different things. I think that's about it. I think basically I just want to stress to models that are new, and if you haven't walked runway before, or if you're just getting started, don't be scared. It's fun. And of course it's going to be hard at first. Things are always hard when you're not used to it. But once you get the hang of it, it's great. And you'll love it. And you'll want to come back to the runway every single time. I know I do. And right now I'm doing like different things for Fashion Week, San Diego. So I think that's mostly like runway stuff that I'm doing right now. I'm doing a show in San Francisco too with my friend Taj and Bar. Her line is amazing. And I will have a clip in here of me walking on the runway in her show, just so I can give an example of like how it is to walk in a show and do a good runway. Because a lot of times when you're practicing on your own, it's different than when you get in front of a group of people, because like that's where your time is to shine. You just go for it and you get out there and you work it. So yeah, I think that's all I want to say for this video. I will be showing some examples, like I said, of just a straightforward walk, and then one simple turn, and then a clip from a runway show. So for this first clip, I want to show a straightforward walk. You walk at a good pace, and you stop at the end for about 2 to 3 seconds, long enough to get photos, and walk back. That's a simple runway. If you want to be fancy, and once you're more comfortable with your walk and being straight, you can do turns. And this is a simple one, just a pivot turn, and then you stop at the end of the runway for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then you walk back. And that's it. Once you've practiced your runway walk, you're able to get up on stage and have a great runway show. It's so much fun to be on the runway, and it feels good once you're out there walking and showing off for the designer. I have so much fun up there. So I hope that you get something from this and be fabulous, be lovely, and get out there and work it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.